Louisiana beer reviews, Hacker-Pschorr Weissbier, classic unfiltered wheat beer. This is the new canned version. They sent me two 500 milliliter cans. I want to thank Hacker-Pschorr for sending this German beer to me. They were started in 1417. So over 600 years of brewing. This is their flagship beer. Let's see. It's 5.5% alcohol. There's a disclosure, beer. If you look at any liquor label, beer, wine, or liquor, it's going to say that somewhere. Now, it's imported by Paulaner USA. They say that I was reading their information sheet. They said Paulaner USA handles their imports. And it's brewed and filled by Hacker-Pschorr Brau GmbH, Munich, Germany. And best before December 10th, 2020. It was canned on December 10th, 2019. So it's a little over a month old. Had to be shipped all the way to New York City and then from New York to Louisiana. So it's been, the last time I reviewed Hacker-Pschorr wheat beer, this Weissbier, was 2015. They sent me a bottle to review. So I couldn't believe it had been since, nearly 5 years. Time flies. I thought it was just like 2 years ago. I think the last time I did a Hacker-Pschorr was like a Munich Gold, and it was 2016, still 4 years ago. Now, I don't have a Hacker-Pschorr glass. I have a Valentinus, Aventinus. What am I saying, Valentine? Aventinus Weissenstark beer glass. It's Aventinus wheat beer glass. I got a set of 4 glasses for $1 total, not $1 a piece, $1 total at a yard sale. That was like the greatest beer glass purchase I ever made. The lighting, it's very overcast outside. It's raining. I haven't gone walking today. This is gold. I see very tight bubbles running up the sides. I don't know if you can see that. There's the slightest little crick or crackle. They use 2 types of Hallertau hops in this beer, Hercules and Taurus. They don't give the type of malt. They use malted barley, wheat, water. The hops are named in yeast. It's unfiltered and it's unpasteurized. That's what the sell sheet said, information sheet. It's a typical German wheat beer smell, like people say bubble gum or banana. It's some little strange yeast aromatic. That's how people describe it. Spicy. Some people might say coriander. It has no banana, no coriander, no spices added. Now in Belgium they will add sugar and spices, but in Germany they don't. For an unfiltered wheat beer, it's very good. You have some of those banana, the coriander, the bubblegum, like people say, which is those descriptors are trying to make a close approximation of what it really is. It isn't any of those. It's hard to describe it. Now, if you were drinking it, then you'd say, oh, yeah. Kind of a white whole wheat bread. You probably know you can get that white wheat bread flavor here. Some maltiness, but it's very bready. Bitterness, I don't know what the IBUs are, but they're practically 0, really. The mouth feels fluffy and soft, like fresh bread. And the finish is, I think, a little more onto the sweet side than dry. A little, just tipped over into sweet. It's not overly sweet. That's not a turn off. Yeah, you get the tap water. There's definitely tap water in this. The mouthfeel is probably high, medium, close to heavy, but not quite there, but getting close to heavy. Honestly, I said this probably in 2015, 5 years ago, or close to 5 years ago, that I'm not a wheat beer person. I never say, oh, I want to drink a wheat beer. I've reviewed many. There was a wheat lager from Abita, and then by the time I started to like it, because at first I didn't like it, so once I started to like it, then they stopped making it. So I'm just not a person that cares for wheat beers, but I try to evaluate them carefully. And maybe Hacker-Pschorr noticed when I did the review in 2015 that I was saying I don't really like wheat beers, but here's what I think about it. I don't like them. Generally, it's not my style, but for a wheat beer, an unfiltered Weissbier, kind of some pungent aroma too. If you're looking for a clean, crisp beer, it's not clean. It's unfiltered. It's got that, you hate to say the word dirty aroma. But you get that in India Pale Ales, Old Ales especially, but you get that. And that's a thing I do like with some of these beers. Other people would just be totally turned off by that. Their beer has to be totally, their beer has to be completely clean and crisp. So there's a lot of pungent aromas. But for that style, this unfiltered wheat beer, it's an A. It really is an A. I'll say 94 out of 100. So 94 out of 100, an A. I like the new can design. I like this, make sure this doesn't spill. I like this matte finish. And I noticed they have on a lot of these. They had that on the Paulaner cans that was sent to me, but all they sent me was the empty cans, like sample cans. And they were nice. I said, these are nice cans. I didn't know what to do with them. It would have been nice to have some beer in them, but I'd had those already anyways. It wasn't a big tragedy, but yeah, the can protects it. You don't have to worry about skunkiness, although they use brown bottles. I'm looking on the computer over there, brown bottles with the resealable flip cap, which is very nice. So, Les Bon Ton Relais, an A beer from an outstanding legendary German brewing company. Two families, Hacker-Pschorr, marriage, husband and wife, and continues on to today. I have these crackers with the hot sauce and crab meat, not imitation crab meat, actual crab meat and artichoke dip. Not probably what this is designed to be drunk with. But yesterday I did have an envie for this type of thing. Yeah, well, it's working okay. And y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.